This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome to Farm Factor. Up first, Kyle Bauer and Martin Draper discuss research going on at the Department of Plant Pathology at KSU.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer visiting with Dr. Martin Draper, and he is head of the Plant Pathology Department. Of course, that is in the College of Agriculture at Kansas State University. Let's talk about, at first here, Doctor, about the Plant Pathology Department as far as an overview.
Sure. So plant pathology we think of as the science where we're protecting our food supply, our fiber supply, from diseases. So it's separate from entomology. We're not concerned about insect pests. We're concerned about plant health and the bacteria, fungi, nematodes, and other organisms that can actually cause specific diseases. So just like you and I get diseases, our pets get diseases, our livestock get diseases, those same kinds of organisms can cause diseases on plants. We want to make sure that there is a food supply available that's not being compromised by these organisms.
Well, certainly at Kansas State, you may not be unique, but you're certainly part of a minority. You don't have undergraduate students.
Right. So I believe we're the only department in the College of Agriculture that does not have an undergraduate program, but we do have a large graduate teaching program and a large research program that receives grant funding from a number of diverse sources.
So those grad students, they come from probably all over the world.
Absolutely. About half of our graduate student population is international, with representation from Asia and South America. We certainly have a contingent that comes from the U.S. as well. A small part of that group comes from Kansas, but we have them coming from all over the country to our program.
From what you've described to me, your funding probably is not dependent on the number of students that you have enrolled.
Well, actually, the number of students that we have enrolled is dependent on our funding. So when we look at the grants that come in, those grants support those students through assistantships and will help determine how many students a particular professor might have in their program. And as I mentioned, that we do get a lot of grants, and we're a highly ranked department. The last time there was a ranking of plant pathology departments in 2013, we were the top ranked department in the country. So we know that that's not necessarily the case now. We've had some retirements, we've had some faculty that have departed, and we're in the process of building the department back up to being a strong, full spectrum plant pathology department again.
And where do those grants come from?
Well, they come from all over the place. There are certainly commodity grants from soybeans, from wheat. We have grants that are coming from Kansas Department of Agriculture, from the National Science Foundation, from the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture, a place that I used to work. And so it's probably the biggest source of funds that come into the department.
We're visiting with Dr. Marty Draper. He is the head of the Plant Pathology Department at Kansas State University. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, Kyle. Be sure to come back after these messages for this week's Kansas Soybean Update.
To see this show and past episodes of Ag AM in Kansas, go online to agamandkansas.com.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
ValleyVet.com, ValleyVet.com. Valley Vet Supply.